Hey everybody, how you doing? I feel like it has been forever. It's been a long time. When I entered this info in, it has been about a month and a half since I have done a lotto. So it's been a slow starting month or year. Not only month, but this year. I only had done a couple lottos. So good to see some of you here. Mike, Brian, a couple of you guys chiming in. Good to see you here for this lotto after so long. So, a lot has happened this year, and a lot of things are about to happen. Some of you have seen some things happening. I'll go over that after the lotto. But one of the things that has happened a lot for me recently is the discovery of big knives and people's fascination with those big knives. I'm not sure if it's because the market is changing a little bit and trends are changing. They always change back and forth, and micro knives to big knives or whatever. I don't know if that's the case or if it is because I'm usually making small knives and people aren't used to seeing big knives from me. And so when I make a big knife, it's a different thing. So um, it's been an interesting experience at Blade Show, Texas. This Tachi OS model, the prototype that I brought to the show, was very well received. Um, it was actually won by someone uh, who could not buy it because his wife wouldn't let him. So the second person that got it did not keep it. Ended up being a flipper, but that's okay. I don't have a huge problem with flippers. That's all right. Um, but this knife was very well received. So let me show you what I've got here. I'll kind of try and do them in order. So this first one right here, it's called Pau Ferro. So if you know your Spanish or even Portuguese, it works. That is the word. Pau is wood. Ferro means iron. So this is ironwood. It's just not Arizona ironwood. So you can see we've got the hand rub blade. Kind of hard to see the knife and the lighting here. Let's see if I can get a little better lighting on that bad boy. Nope, I can't. Let's bring it around here so you guys can see it a little better. Really great figure on this wood. Excellent color. It's just so satiny smooth. You can kind of see that on the camera here. And then these just, you don't even have to try. They just drop. Next one up is a black canvas. So I got some dust on it. So been working away back at it. I've been out of town for a little while. So black canvas. I did a nice matte finish on there. I thought it turned out pretty cool. This one is also a hand rub blade. And again, and all of these have a titanium pocket clip on them as well. I figure a knife this big, it kind of has to have a pocket clip, right? I don't think you can get away without it. This one has some nice polished collars on it with blasted screws to give it some contrast. Next one up is one that I know a lot of people liked. This is some vintage material. It's some black and tan, and it's turned out really cool. Some of the tan stayed up on that top level, and it looks really killer. This one has a dark hand rub blade, so kind of hard to see because there's not a lot of reflection on there, but just a little bit darker etched finish with a hand rub on it. You can kind of see those hand rub lines in there. And then this one has, I don't even have a name for this shield yet, but it's got a shield with some Zerk pivots on it. And then last one is some cool material called, I think he's calling it carbo tie, or yeah, carbo tie. Kind of along the lines of fat carbon and camo quartz, camo carbon, that type of material. Really nice stuff. This is some gold. It's kind of hard to tell on the camera, but it's a gold material. And then went with an acid washed blade on this one. So it's been tumbled and made virtually indestructible. So there you go. You can see, I don't know, it's hard to tell. I've got big hands, and this is a big knife, right? It's not a small knife. I've been asked measurements, so handle from here to here, is 5 inches. And then the blade, I'm actually going to go. The actual blade measurement is just slightly over 3.5. So, a decent sized knife. But the thing is, it's still pretty slim. And it's not big in your pocket. It carries really well. So hopefully you guys will like this. I know that big knives are a departure. So I know that some people are not all gung-ho for big knives. But that's the way it goes. So looks like we've got a good crowd here. Mike, you're in the house. Good to see you, dude. Got a bunch of people watching. So let's draw some numbers and get some winners. I am going to pull up here our handy dandy. I apologize. It looks like we had a little bit of a screen overlappage there. So let's get our names drawn here. We have 300 and let me get to it. 317. So I am actually going to refresh this page. So we've got a new start there. 317. So let's go over the first one. 260, not far from the bottom. A little glare on there to see. 260. Kevin Waltz. Goodness gracious. That is one lucky dude. He has our first choice. And then number 25. Jeff Long, you have number 2. 150. Nolan, my buddy, you have number 3. And then number 86. Stefan Alexander, you have number 4. So those are 4. I'll do 2 alternates just in case. I don't know. I don't foresee that we'll get there, but you never know. So let's draw one. Let's draw a couple more and get our alternates. So alternate number 1 is 269. Eric Token, you are my alternate number 1. And last but not least is 87. Goodness gracious, I think that's right next to our other. It is. Fraser Russell, you are my alternate number 2. There we go. Let's organize these guys and see where we're at. All right, so here are our winners. First choice is Kevin Walls. Second is Jeff Long. Fourth is Nolan Astrin. Fifth is Stefan Alexander. And then my alternates are Eric Troken and Fraser Russell. So congrats to all of you. If you are watching this, go ahead and reach out to me preemptively. That's fine. And it kind of helps me to get things rolling a little bit smoother and a little bit faster. And then, so a couple of things that are happening. One is happening next week. You've seen some of it on my page. I'm going to show you guys a little sneak peek of this bad boy. This guy right here. Let's see if I can get some light back on it. Oh yeah, taking out my screen. This guy is called the Cannibal. And you may be saying to yourself, my, that looks a lot like a native. Well, it kind of is a lot like a native. But it's not a native. Details will be coming shortly. But prepare yourselves for this one. And this is not just this knife. There's a lot going on behind the scenes with that right there. Be sure to keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm very excited about it. It's a big thing. It's a big step for me, big step for Enrique and Javi. The three of us have teamed up and we're doing some really cool stuff that I am super excited about. That hopefully will be a long-term, exciting venture that you will all enjoy and look forward to in the future. The other thing that I have coming up is I've got some more shirts and hats, so I made sure I wore them. Hat, I only have a couple of these. And then these shirts, one of the softest shirts you're going to get, comfy, nice. They are up on the site. I haven't advertised them very much, but they are there. So hopefully you can grab yourself one before they're gone. And hopefully I have another Lotto soon. I've got a few knives actually that were left over from before the Texas Blade Show that I need to finish up. So those couple of knives, along with a few others, will be coming up soon. And then the craziness continues with all the stuff. Keep your eyes peeled for Monday next week. Big announcement coming. And be sure to look up the name on that knife that I showed you a picture of. We're going to have Instagram, Facebook group action going soon, and follow Blade HQ for details. They're going to be an exclusive carrier to start. So I hope you all have a good week. I will get in contact with the winners if they haven't already contacted me. And until next time, hope you all have a great time enjoying your knives.